Good morning. Good morning. I know it's gonna take a minute for people to get in here. It always takes a minute when I go live straight off of StreamYard. I feel like it takes a minute from my phone. I feel like it always takes a minute for the notifications to go out or whatever. So I know it's gonna take a few minutes for people to come in here. But I just wanted to say good morning. I was sitting out here chilling. I have a nice little mountain view from my little balcony. And I was sitting here thinking about some stuff, and I said, I'm on vacation, but let me share with my people. Xavier, you are the exact person I need. First of all, it is early. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. But you are the exact person that I need, Xavier. I am so glad you are here because you are my young people guru. You are you're not Gen X. What are y'all, Gen Z? You are my Gen Z guru. So JT is Carisha, right? Go to bed. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Why am I going to bed? I have been up. I have had breakfast. I have played with my nephew. Why am I going to bed, Elton? It's early for you, Danny. It's early for you. It's almost 11 o'clock where I am. Hey, Morgan. What's up, Earl? Hey, Six Sad World. Tracy. Donnie. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Oh, so is Young Miami? So who is the one that that Diddy messing with? Is that Young Miami that That's Young Miami that Diddy's messing with. So I got the wrong person in the title. Okay, I got to change the title. All right, I got to change the title. So Diddy's messing with Young Miami. Oh damn. Okay, well I got to change the title. Hold on, let me see. Let me edit broadcast info. Okay, so let me change it. Let me change it. Hold on. Is it gonna let me edit it? Oh yeah. Okay. Young Miami. Why I get them mixed up? Okay, so it's Young Miami. Why is it not letting me? Okay. What is really going on with Diddy and Young Miami? Okay. And Young. See, that's why I need y'all because I be getting these people MIA. Okay. Question mark. All right. I still got thoughts though. So first of all, y'all tell me what y'all think is really going on with the two of them? Like what do y'all really think is going on with these two? Okay, I got it right. I changed the title. Yeah, I changed the title. They go together, but they single. Child, they don't go together. Diddy is with Carisha, aka Young Miami. Okay, I got it. It's almost bam for me. Oh, it's almost 8 a.m. Lord, I don't know where I got bam from. Yes, it's early. I'll be going to the skybox while I get ready for it. Okay, boo. So I was sitting here thinking about the awards last night again, because why they were on for 20 hours. And I'm thinking, so Diddy, let's rewind a little bit. First of all, we know that Diddy is not seriously in any type of serious relationship with her. Let's just start from the beginning and work our way back. Um, Diddy is Diddy is a perpetual bachelor. And if he didn't marry Cassie and he didn't marry Kim, he damn sure ain't gonna marry her. So let's start from that. But going back to the Billboard Awards, now now I'm starting to think that girl that that Young Miami got into it with after the Billboard Awards that was in the audience. Because at first I was like, well, why would Diddy, like, even if he's not like boyfriend girlfriend with Young Miami, why would Diddy invite a whole nother woman that he's sleeping with to the same award show? But now I'm like, he did it. He invited both of their asses, but she was supposed to be quiet. She wasn't supposed to go down to the Instagram and Twitter and expose it. But that's what it is. Okay. So he got both of the women fighting over him. Um, it's the flavor of the month. Diddy is a hoe with money. Carisha is a city girl who tricking off an old man. That's probably about right. He gonna use her up. I hope she understands that. She better ask Daddy Kane, Cassie, and everybody else he used. But it's always been my dream to be a sugar baby beard, so I ain't mad at her. Listen, the amount. Listen, at this point in my life, because I done already told y'all. At this point, I don't even think I'm marrying for love. I be marrying for comfort. Okay, but I I'm not passing no judgments. I'm not mad at her if that's what it is. If that's what the arrangement is, who am I to judge? I ain't judging her. I ain't mad at her. As long as she understands that that's what it is. Hey, Starbell. As long as she understands that's what it is. And I'm not too sure she does at this point. I think in the beginning she did, but I think just like a lot of people, when our emotions start getting involved, we forget. I think Diddy has been very clear with her about what he is and isn't going to give her. I absolutely believe that. I do not believe there was any misunderstandings or any misconceptions. Well, the problem is when you don't come from nothing and you ain't really used to good shit, that when a man starts doing really really nice things for you, you forget what he told you. What's up, Tabitha? Hey, boo. Talking about Diddy and this Young Miami situation and just the craziness of it. Because I believe there isn't a doubt in my mind that he told her what it was to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But he treating her good. I mean, he renting out private islands for her birthday and flying her friends out. He probably done bought her a couple of Birkin bags and a Chanel, some Chanel. He know how to and what people need to understand is when somebody got money, that stuff don't mean nothing. It means something if you and your man work a 9 to 5 and y'all making decent money, not millionaire status money, but y'all making all right money, and he go out and he buy you a Louis Vuitton. It means something. That mean that man saved some money. That mean he put it on his Amex card that he got to pay it off in 2 or 3 months. Maybe that means something. But for somebody like Diddy, it don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. Him buying you a Birkin bag is the same as your 9 to 5 boyfriend taking you to a nice restaurant. It don't mean nothing. And so I feel like she is starting to get caught up and thinking that it's going to be more than what it is. Morning, y'all. Good morning. No, nothing happened, but I'm just thinking about last night at the award. So at the Billboard Awards, I absolutely believe that Diddy invited that other woman, and I believe Diddy's sleeping with that other woman, because again, they're not in a committed relationship. So there's that. But last night during his tribute, he had a whole tribute to Kim, the woman who really has his heart, the woman who he really should have married. And now he's dealing with the guilt of what he did and how he treated her. Because that's what all this is. This grief, the fact that he can't let her go, the fact that he can't get over his grief for Kim, it ain't about losing Kim. It's about him losing the possibility of Kim. It's about him understanding that you can never get back what you did, and all those years that you wasted chasing other things and other women. She was right in your face the whole time. That's what he dealing with. He dealing with his own guilt. Hey, what's up, Miss Toby? He ain't dealing with grief at this point, and that's not to say he don't miss her. You're gonna always miss people that you lose. That never goes away. But the depression and the need to constantly let the world know how much you miss her, baby, that's your guilt. That's you, boo. That's you. So last night, you're sitting in the audience holding up a sign. First of all, let's talk about the fact that this woman is holding up a sign calling him her pappy. Even if he was your man, you look stupid. In my opinion, you look foolish. Okay? But then he's on stage and he does a whole 2 minute tribute to Kim Porter. A whole 2 minute tribute. He took Biggie's tribute and made it Kim Porter's tribute. And again, it was, I'm not saying he was, again, the mother of his children, the love of his life, whatever. But you're literally sitting in the audience watching this. You are literally sitting in the audience watching this. Then in his speech, He thanks Cassie, the woman who he started dating when she was a child too. That he basically strung along for 10 years, didn't do nothing with her career, but took care of her, wouldn't give her a ring, wouldn't give her churn. And he thanks her because he said when he was going through his depression and he was going through his dark, he didn't use the word depression, but he said he had some dark years. And you know what that means. That's that euphemism for depression. He thanks her. And I don't like the fact that people are turning that into something that's not. I don't think Diddy did that as a way to I don't think Diddy did that in a disrespectful way. I think he was sincere in saying, listen, I thank you for being there for me when I needed you. Like, thank you. I think that was sincere. I don't think that was, I've been reading Twitter and people are turning it into, oh, Diddy, he manipulating that girl. Diddy trying to take her back from her husband. Diddy trying to break up her marriage. No, the man said, thank you. He didn't give a 5-minute speech about Cassie and how much he loved her. He didn't even say he wanted her back. He just said, thank you for being there when I needed you. That's all he said. People be putting 20 on 10. Um, why was she not sitting with him if that's her man? Well, child, well. So you sat in the audience and you watched this man do a 2 minute. I keep saying 2 minutes. I don't know how long the thing was, but give a whole tribute to Kim Porter, and then thank his ex girlfriend. He never said your name. I didn't hear Young Miami. I didn't hear Carisha. I didn't hear nothing. It is. I don't. I mean, did I miss it? Because the show did last 20 years. And I might have dozed off a little bit. But did he say Carisha's name? Did he say JT? Did he say City Girls? Did he say the woman in my life today? Did he say the woman that makes me laugh and smile? Did he say? Did he make any acknowledgement that there was a significant other in his life at this moment? As a matter of fact, when he got done thanking everybody, he said, I know there's some people I'm forgetting. So I just want to say right now, if you had anything to do with me and supporting me over the years, thank you. He didn't even thank Mary J. Blige separately, but she did perform, so whatever. But he didn't even thank Mary J. Blige. And they always talking about how they brother and sister. Shit, Mary was his muse. Faith Evans was his Mary J. Blige because he couldn't take Mary J. Blige from Uptown Records. So when he turned and he got fired from Uptown Records and he created Bad Boy Records. Mary Faith Evans was his Mary J. Blige. He tried to make her his Mary J. Blige. She was his muse. I didn't even hear him say her name. He shouldn't acknowledge Carisha. It would only feed into her delusion. That's right. I understand that, Xavier, but that's the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is there isn't anything there. I agree. I agree. Had he thanked her, it would have probably created a mess. But that's my whole point. My point is, girl, what you doing? I mean, I know what you're doing. I mean, I know what you're doing. But that tribute was low key dry, child. I did a whole live last night about that damn BET Awards. Listen, ooh, Tabitha, this gonna make you mad. So during the in memorial part of the in memorial part of the show, when they flash up all the people we've lost last year in the world of Black excellence, because that's what the show is really dealing with. Because they had athletes up there, they had singers. It wasn't just entertainers. They had actors. So in the memorial section of the show last night, when they were acknowledging all the great people we lost, the Sidney Poitiers, the James M. Tumes, the guy that played Bookman, um, LaShawn Pace, when they were acknowledging all these great people, guess who else they acknowledged? Guess whose picture they flashed up there last night? Child Kevin Samuels. I said, you got to be motherfucking kidding me. Excuse my cussing so early in the morning. I said, excuse me, Kevin Samuels. gets a shout out at the BET Awards. Mind you, Taraji P. Henson the whole night had been talking about black kings and black queens and how our black kings got to support us and have our back and how we got to come together and fight Roe v. Wade and we got to bond together and blend together. And that is what they said. And you put Kevin Samuels up there? Now, I'm sure his family misses him, and I'm sure he was good to somebody. But if we're talking about black excellence, and we're talking about setting the trends and showing our kids this is what you strive to be, that's who you put up there. I ain't lying. I'm not lying. Anybody who saw the BT Awards last night, put an amen in the chat or a one in the chat or something. Put something in the chat. I ain't lying. I wouldn't. Y'all know I wouldn't make that up, child. Because I'm telling you, when I did my review last night, I said it. I said I wrote it in my notes because I was watching it, and I'm glad I didn't miss it because I was. First of all, let's start at the beginning. At the beginning of the M Memorial, the first thing they put up there was Roe v. Wade, and I said, "What? Did y'all really flash Roe v. Wade up there like it was a person?" I mean, I understood what they were doing, like I understood why they did it, but I was just like, "Wow, okay." Thank you, Francois. Thank you, boo. Exactly, Miss Toby. There was no black excellence as far as if we're talking about as it relates to uplifting us as a culture. I mean, isn't that what they said is the biggest night in culture? Isn't that what their mantra is? Isn't that their tagline? The BET Awards, the biggest night in culture, black culture, whatever, however they put it. I don't understand how Kevin Samuels is what y'all consider black excellence. I'm sorry. I only watched the first part just to get to Kirk. After that, I wasn't even paying attention, child. They did put Kirk up early, and then they had them gunshot shot. Oh, I missed that, Cameron. I didn't hear that part. There was nothing excellent about that black man. He was a detriment to the black community and the relationship between a black man and a black woman. Exactly. Exactly. And I got a problem with that, BET. Matter of fact, I should have tweeted that last night at the BET Awards. But I got a problem with that. I have a really big problem with Kevin Samuels being a part of that. Because best and believe, and I'm not even going to make this a man woman thing, but I am going to say this. Best and believe, if there was a LaShawn Samuels that built her quote unquote empire off the backs of telling black women that they should not deal with black men because black men don't meet the bar, because black men are that there's a talented 10th, like he's pushing that whole, but it was a warped version of the talented 10th. Okay, it was a very warped version of, you have to be this certain type of black woman in order to be able to date the elite of the black men. And best believe if there was a female version of that, she wouldn't have got no shout out. Still recovering from that hot mess versus we had the other day. Child. See, I didn't watch the verses. Did Kirk work done? He looks different. Did Kirk get work done? He looks different. He probably getting a little Botox shot here and there. He probably doing a little, but I don't think he did anything drastic. But he probably doing some Botox, getting some fillers. He's been working out. I definitely can tell that he's buffed up. He was never a big dude. I mean, Kirk was never a big dude, but he didn't have a whole lot. You could definitely tell he'd been working out. The BET Awards were trash. The fact that they have Kevin Samuels up there said enough about the company. Exactly, Kelly. Exactly. Yeah, he definitely had some Botox and some fillers, child. I got pissed off they did the Pose legendary part of the show, but didn't nominate or invite Lil Nas X to the show. Let me say this: I would be very curious to find out when they invited Billy Porter and the Ballroom people to come. I would be very curious to find out if that happened before or after the Lil Nas X snub. And I say that because I absolutely, and I said it when it happened. I said it before Lil Nas X said it. When Lil Nas X did not get nominated for an award, but Jack Harlow got nominated, I said, this is a snub. This is a response to what he did last year when he kissed the man on stage and all the backlash that came after that. I said this is a snub. This is exactly what it is, and I would be very interested to find out when they invited all those people and they gave them that 2 second moment. Because let's be clear, it was a very cursory nod. There was no thought to that. And I mean, let's be clear, the war show was already long enough, so they really didn't have time to do a whole lot more than what they did. But there was nothing with it. You got all of the tagline names that when you think of Pose or when you think of Ballroom, you got all of the heavy hitters. Well, not all of them, but you got some heavy hitters, some people whose names resonate. You let them come on stage, you let them dance and do a little runway, and then they got off the stage. You didn't give us no background to what Ballroom is, how Ballroom has affected mainstream culture, why it was important to the queer community at that time. Like, you didn't give me no nod to Crystal LaBeija that started the whole damn ballroom culture. Like, if you want to do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, do it. But you just threw a bunch of people on stage. Oh, those are flies. I'm about to say it's a bunch of bees, but those are like two flies. But if, you know what I'm saying, and I'm no expert on ballroom by any stretch of the imagination, but you could have very easily had Billy Porter read from a teleprompter. You could have had a picture of Crystal LaBeija explaining who she was, why she started ballroom, and what ballroom has become. And then you have the people come out and you introduce them and you let them give us a good Vogue and you let them give us a little runway. Then you can give us that. But to just have Billy Porter come out and have them come out and do a little jig and then get them off stage. I just thought that was very cursory. The style was off last night. Some people looked a mess. Well, they gonna have to find some stylish child. You could tell that whole portion with Billy Porter was last minute. Right, Billy Porter's outfit was not conducive to being on stage, and he's been doing this long enough to know better. He knew that dress that he had on wasn't the right dress for him to do what he needed to do. He been doing this long enough. He know better. And they had the nerve to have Saucy Santana only on the pre-show, one of the hottest male rappers on the scene. They had him performing on pre-stage. Well, that's not new, Xavier, because let's remember, um, Saucy Santana has been maybe okay, maybe to certain people, Saucy Santana has always been around, but Saucy Santana has not crossed over until very recently. He'll be on the main stage next year. I promise you that. Put $10 on that. At the next year's BET Awards, if he continues on this trajectory that he is, where he's crossing over. I mean, he was just on stage with Madonna last week, or earlier. Yeah, last week, because the day is Monday. He'll be on the main stage next year. Remember, Meg Thee Stallion was at the pre-show. That first year that Meg Thee Stallion came out, she was at the pre-show. And then the next year, and she when she did the pre-show, she already had Hot Girl Summer, but she was on the pre-show. And then the next year she opened up the show. That's it's sort of like it's like that, blah, 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 I can't even get it out. But that's what they do. He'll be on the main stage next year. I wasn't offended by him being at the pre-show. I really wasn't. Then again, if he keep pissing people off and making these comments that he making, he ain't gonna be on that main stage. He keep pissing people off the way he is. He ain't gonna be on no main stage. Really being, hey, what's up, Kings? Man, how you doing? Billy shouldn't have worn that outfit. He reminded me of the vampires from the last American Horror Story. Child, Billy Porter always gonna give you a look, child. He always gonna give you something to talk about. Right? They could have paid homage to the House of Ballroom, like Mugler, Mizrahi, Balenciaga, Lanvin. Yeah, I mean, and it didn't have to be long. It really, listen, y'all know I always be coming up with these great ideas. They could have had a picture of Crystal LaBeija going to what you just said, Cameron. They should have had a picture of Crystal LaBeija on the teleprompter and let Billy Porter just give a quick. You can do a 3 minute a 3 or 4 sentence introduction to who Crystal LaBeija was and why she started Ballroom. Right? That you could do that in less than a paragraph. And then while the people were performing, while they brought out the dancers and, the Deshans and the Honeys and the Shannons and the Dominiques, then you're absolutely correct, Cameron. On that teleprompter, they could have been flashing the different house names, starting with LaBeija, House of LaBeija. And you're right, they could have had all the legendary houses up there. Now, you're right, that's a good idea. They could have done that. They could have done that. They absolutely could have done that. But that's why I said there was no thought put into that. That was just, and again, I'm very curious to find out when they asked Billy Porter to do that. Now, if they asked Billy Porter to do that before the Lil Nas X controversy, then it is what it is. But if that happened afterwards, then I'm side eyeing the whole damn thing. I mean, low key, I'm side eyeing it anyway, but they could have had Tiana Taylor come out and do WTP. Oh yeah. Yeah, they could have done that. This, like I said, if you really were trying to show love to the ballroom culture, there was a way to do that. That again, it just seemed very cursory. And now again, like I said, the award show was already 10 years long, but another 10 more minutes wasn't gonna hurt nobody at that point. But if again, it didn't even have to be long. They could have done exactly what they did, but just had an introduction. They could have just had a little introduction. Because there's no way, if you're gonna show homage to ballroom, you should never, ever, ever show homage to ballroom and not mention Crystal LaBeija. How do you do that? How do you do that? You this how do you do that? How do you not give credit to Crystal LaBeija? I don't understand. In the wake of the civil rights being under attack, women's rights to choose, LGBTQ rights being discussed or being taken away, they could have also mentioned the history of Marsha P. Johnson. Yeah, but I'm saying if they were going to do a ballroom segment, then do ballroom, then do it justice. You know, outside of the awards, has BET ever produced a televised pride celebration or significant pride recognition? If so, I can't remember, and if not, why? I don't remember either. And why, I couldn't tell you, because they don't have the right people over there. Listen, let's not act like BET has been doing the damn thing. They haven't. Like, BET really, I don't know. There's definitely more that they could do. There's absolutely more that they can do. But anyway, I just I really hope, back to my original statement though. I really truly 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 hope that this girl is playing the part, that she's not as gullible or as naive as it seems that she is being. I really hope that she is working him like he working her. I really do. Okay, Francois, thanks for joining me for your break, babe. But yeah, I don't remember them doing anything on Pride either. If you want to know the truth of the matter, but I really haven't been. I don't watch BET, so I can't say they've never done it because I really don't. I honestly don't watch BET like that. I really don't. I stopped watching BET a long, long, long time ago. I probably do watch BET about once a year, and that's. I think the most I watched BET was when I was reviewing Sisters. And when I was reviewing Lena Waithe's shows that she had on BET, that's the most that I watch BET is when I watch, and I don't watch Sisters anymore. And I will, I do watch Lena Waithe shows, 20s, and when she had did the reboot of Boomerang. That's the most I've watched BET probably in the last 10 years. I just hated all the performances were so short though. Um, I don't think all the performances were short. I feel like everybody got their moment in. The performances I saw, I didn't feel like they were rushed. Honestly, I didn't feel like the performances were rushed. Yeah, I don't know. And when I saw her holding up that damn sign, I said, "Girl, if you don't sit your ass down." They got a marathon of Noah's Ark on BT right now as we speak. They do. Oh well, there you go. BT is as a network is disappointing and practically a rerun network. Where's the original programming year round? I don't know. They used to have a lot of original programming, but and the sad thing is there's so many talented black producers and writers and directors that they really could. They really could have year round programming. They could have a full fledged network going on over there with original programming, but they're lazy. And now that they're owned by Viacom, Viacom has no interest in celebrating black excellence. I mean, let's be clear, they're a conglomerate. They don't care. It's just another notch in their belt. They don't care. I see where the Hallmark Network, they have a whole Mahogany series now, which basically Mahogany, that's code word for black movies. But I see where they're producing, like they have a whole thing where they're producing like black show, like movies about, about black people for black people. And I'm like, if the Hallmark channel could do that, why BT can't do that, can't create, and the VA and TV1 does it. TV1 does a lot of original movies and original black programming. TV1 has a lot of original black programming over there. When it ends with Diddy and the City Girl, do you think it will be messy and she will spill all of the tea? No. Mm-mm. And I'm gonna tell you why. One, because I'm sure she has signed an NDA, and he will sue her for whatever little bit of money she thinks she got. And two, because I think Diddy makes me feel like he's one of the type of people that even once a relationship is over, he continues to take care of people. So I feel like even once he's done with her physically, her bank account is gonna be all right. And I think that she'll be okay with that. And I don't know this woman personally. I don't know nothing about her, so I'm not demeaning her, but I'm just saying I think that'll be enough for her to be quiet, personally. But you never know, because it only take one person to not give a damn about an NDA. But I don't think so. Then again, from where I'm sitting, I just feel like she's getting in deep. I really do. I feel like she's forgetting the rules. I really do. I feel like she's allowing herself to get caught up. Because again, we as women, not so much men. Men do it to a certain extent, but we as women do it a lot more. Where we understand the rules going in, but once our emotions get involved, we forget the rules, or we start thinking that we can change the rules, or we can change somebody. And unfortunately, that's where I kind of see her going. So maybe I'm gonna amend my earlier statement. I'm gonna say a maybe. I'm gonna say a maybe. When they're done, I'm gonna say maybe she'll be messy. Cause you're right, she is a little ignorant child. Well, I care about Hallmark if they're gonna start doing black movies. I want to see the black movies. The only problem is their mahogany movies are on their mysteries channel. Their what's it called? Their mysteries and something channel. And that's extra, and I don't have that. I got the regular Hallmark. I don't have the extra Hallmark because I'm not paying extra for Hallmark. I'm not. Now I like Hallmark, but I ain't paying extra for it, child. I ain't paying extra for it now. Excuse me. Yeah, she's the most hood one of the bunch. She might not care about. She might not have about the hush money. Why did I think when Kurt Franklin was doing his award speech, I thought he was going to bring up Carry On? I didn't. Yeah, she is ignorant. So I'm gonna amend my statement, y'all. She might, child. And y'all know who's gonna be sitting in the front row with their bucket of popcorn? Me. Let her tell it, honey. Let her tell it. I want to see my view. Let me show y'all my view. That's me. But look at my view, y'all. Isn't that nice? I'm in the mountains. I'm on the golf course. You see the people in the golf cart riding around. I know they better not hit one of them golf balls over here and hit me though. Isn't that nice? That's what I'm out looking at this morning. I'd rather watch Hallmark than tacky ass Maverick. What's Maverick? Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna bring up Carry On at all. He spoke on Carry On when he did his Breakfast Club interview. He spoke on Carry On a little bit, but I mean, let's be clear. Kirk Franklin has never publicly spoken about his relationship with Carry On. It wasn't until Carry On released that tape that we found out about the fact that they were estranged and all of that. He's never publicly spoken, so I didn't expect him to say nothing about it. I did see. Now I saw footage of this. I think it was either on the Shade Room or the Jasmine brand. There was footage of Diddy having a conversation with Lemuel Plummer, and it looked very intense. I mean, it didn't look like he was yelling at him. It didn't look like he was cussing him out or anything, but it looked very intense. It looked very. You can do better. Maverick is the Black Movie Channel. Oh, see, I didn't even know nothing about Maverick. It looked very. The conversation looked very much like you are a talented young brother. You can do better. That's what the conversation looked like. It didn't look like why you got my son on TV acting crazy. It didn't look like that. It just looked like you are a talented young brother. You could be doing better with what you have. You could be doing better. That's what it looked like to me. That's what it looked like to me. But I could be wrong because again, you couldn't hear anything. You just saw them talking. And but it definitely looked intense. It definitely looked like Diddy definitely looked intense. I mean, not Diddy, child. Kirk definitely looked intense. Go to the Shade Room. It was either the Shade Room or the Jasmine brand. I think those are the only two places I've been this morning to look for some gossip. Either the Shade Room or the Jasmine brand. It was probably the Shade Room, and it had them talking, and you could see. And again, it looked intense, but it didn't look adversarial. Not Kirk Little Arm was talking very strongly. Right. It definitely did it looked very you can, but I don't know, again, it looked very you can do better. But he might have been saying why you got my son on TV acting crazy. I don't know. Because again, for the exception of that one scene in episode, probably was at the end of episode 2 or episode 3, where he talked about being hurt by his relationship with his father and how hurtful the way things have gotten with him and his father. He didn't really talk about his father, and I don't feel like he said anything bad about his father. Maverick movies always look like they were made with a razor flip phone. Oh my gosh. Tracy, what you just send me? I can't look at it until I get off of here. What you just send me? The post about Hollywood Unlocked. Is that the video of Kurt Franklin and his son? You sending me stuff from Hollywood Unlocked. I saw Jason Lee was in the audience sitting next to Tamar. Did y'all peep that? He was sitting next to Tamar now. That might have been happenstance. That might have been on purpose. I don't know. Like they might have come together, or it just may have been that's where they were seated. But I thought that was interesting. All right, y'all. Let me go. I was out here having my morning sabbatical. I'm about to go jump in the shower and get dressed and figure out what we're gonna do for the day. I'm here with my family, my little nephew, so he's not gonna sit in the house all day. So we want to probably, I think we're gonna probably maybe Gary take him up to the playground for a little while, or because we had a late breakfast, so he normally takes his nap around noon, but we just ate breakfast about an hour ago, so he ain't ready to eat lunch. We probably gonna go to the pool tomorrow because today it's a little overclass. Brittany Griner. Okay. Oh no. All right. I'm gonna go look at it when I get off of here. I may do it. I'm gonna do. I already got a quick drop. I'm about to give y'all about Nene. Nene did an interview, and Nene said she don't know why that woman brought her into that mess. She said that's between her and him, and she ain't got nothing to do with it, ma'am. You've totally missed the whole idea and the whole point. The point is the wife said you got in their mess, and that's the problem. That is what the wife is saying. She is saying you got in the middle of their mess, and that is the problem. But anyway, um, so yeah, we're gonna probably just go to the playground today and just drive around because this is a big property that we're on, and we're probably just gonna drive around and find a different, because it's a spa here, and I'm going to book me something. I don't know if I'm gonna give me a good facial, a body scrub or something. I'm gonna book me a treatment, a spa treatment while I'm here. Um, so I gotta go find it. Gotta find the spa, and I think my mom said there are like 2 or 3 pools here, so we gotta find the different pools. And because of course we got to go to one that's got like the better kitty section. There's a water park, but I'm not taking him to the water park. His mom, my sister and her husband will be here Wednesday. They can take him to the water park on Thursday because I'm not chasing his little ass around the water park all day. I ain't doing that. They can take him. Let his mom and daddy do that, honey. But they have a water park here. Um, they got a couple of things here, so I'm gonna look and see what they have and get some brochures for different things. And then, but that's probably all we're gonna do today is just chill out. I gotta run to the grocery store because we got a few, because we have a kitchen here, so we bought groceries and stuff. But it's a few odds and ends we forgot. Like we forgot salt and pepper, a few odds and ends um that we picked up. So, did he thank Cassie his acceptance speech, or why didn't he thank the men in his? See, y'all, I'm not doing this with y'all, Mims. I'm not doing this with you. So anyway, yes, I'm about to jump in the shower and get dressed for the day. And then we'll figure it out from there. But yeah, I know we're gonna probably take him to the playground, let him run around, try to get some of that energy out. Ooh, that little boy got energy. Ooh, got some energy. Yeah. So I'll be back. I'll probably be back later on this evening once we get him in bed and I come back to my room. I'll probably be back on later on tonight. I won't be my regular tribe meeting time. It won't be 6:30. It'll probably be later. It'll be like I said, it'll probably be after we get back in the room. So that'll be late on tonight. I mean, I'm with my parents, so it ain't like it's gonna be a bunch of late nights, child. They be winding down by 7, 8 o'clock. So, but I'll be back later on tonight, and I'll catch up with y'all later on tonight. Every time Nene opens her mouth, it gives validity to what Bryson's baby mama said about her. It does. It absolutely does. And if y'all don't know what Make It Make Sense is talking about, he just did an interview last week with Bryson's baby mama over on his channel. So y'all go check it out. It was a really good interview. It was a good interview, ma'ams. It was a really good interview. And she dropped some gems, honey. Now she's been talking. Tabitha, you did a video about her tweet last week, about the tweet that went viral where she was calling Nene out. Go over to Make It, if you're not familiar with Make It Make Sense, go over to his page and watch that video if you get a chance. If while you working, you can put it on so you can listen to it. She dropped some gems in that interview, honey, about Miss Lanithia Leaks. Okay. She expanded on some of what she put in them tweets. Okay. Did you see Young Money? Hold on. Did you see? Wait a minute. Where did it go? What's up, Abby? Did I see? Oh, that's the Young Money explaining why they dropped. Oh, Melon? Huh? Did I see Young Money explain why they dropped O'Melon? What's O'Melon? Or is that a typo? I don't know what O'Melon is. Tabitha, El Teddy said he was thinking about. I don't know if he said this publicly or if he said this to me on the phone, child. Maybe I shouldn't say it out loud because I can't remember if he said this on his channel. No, I think he did say it on his channel. I think he said on his channel the other day that maybe he wanted to maybe get me, you, him, maybe 1 or 2 other people together and do like a round, like a round table, like a roundup type conversation on different things in politics and stuff. I hope he said that on his channel. I hope he didn't say that to me privately and I forgot. Oops. I'm gonna just shut up. Oh, why he dropped Omarion? I didn't know Omarion was signed to Young Money, so that tell you right there. Listen, B okay. I keep reminding y'all how old I am. B2K is not of my generation. So when B2K was out and everybody was crazy about B2K and you got served and all that came out, baby, I was already grown ass woman teaching because my students was in love with B2K. So They not my generation. I don't know these people. The only reason why I even know Lil Fizz's name is because he was on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know none of these other people. Raz B, the only reason why I know his name is because of the allegations that he made and the problems that he's had. I do know Omarion. I told y'all I like Icebox. Okay, I like the Icebox where my heart used to be. Okay, but I probably could not name you three other Omarion songs. Okay, I don't know these people. He said it on his channel. Okay, thank you, Tracy. Woo! I'm glad he said that publicly because I would. That's why I was like, shit. Did he say that to me on the phone? Child. But yeah, I didn't know he was signed to Young Money. I did not know nothing about him and Young Money. I have to look that up. That's one of the things we're gonna talk about tonight. When I come back from my tribe meeting, we're gonna talk about this whole B2K Twitter feud, honey. We're gonna talk about the girls are fighting, okay? We're gonna talk about that down to the Twitter. We're gonna talk about this P Valley situation that Ebby talked about yesterday. We're gonna discuss this P Valley situation. Um, we're gonna talk about Nene. Looks like we might have to talk about Brittany Griner. So we'll come back. I'm gonna come back later on tonight. Like I said, I'm not sure what time, but it'll probably be after 8. It'll probably be after 8. That I'll come back on and we'll have a conversation tonight. Supposed to be was his last hit, and it was 8 years ago. It was only hot cause Janae Aiko, that's his cousin. You know that's his cousin in real life. Omarion was originally on Bedrock, but it leaked it, and Lloyd replaced him. And I saw that. I saw that he originally was supposed to be on that Bedrock song, and then he leaked it early, and he got replaced. Oop. Well, sometimes lessons are hard. We learn these hard lessons sometimes. Hey, unapologetically, Ramel, how you doing? All right, y'all, let me get off of here. I thought I was gonna be on here for 30 minutes. I've been on here for 47 minutes, but I'll be back later on tonight. We got some stuff to talk about. I'll talk to y'all later though. Let me get off here because if I keep reading the comments, I'm gonna keep talking. Mwah. Bye, y'all.